Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal, PeaceLoveMusic, with another episode of the Let's Go Good Morning Show, brought to you live by DeOrganized Media in partnership with our good friends at BitcoinLive Decentralized Broadcasting. It is Monday, the 23rd of December. It is Christmas week. The year is ending. We're all kind of sliding into a little bit of time off, time to reflect on the year, all that we've achieved, all that we want to achieve for the new year, and spend some time with our family, be thankful for all we have, realize how abundant and good our world is, and just take some time to relax and refresh. I know I'm in need of some, and we are going to be doing some of that on the DeOrganized side of things for sure. We got a great show for you. We got Stacksy. Again, it's Monday morning. Staxy's always here with her weekly recap. She'll be on shortly after I read the current news. We also got GPSC and Hattie joining us for some conversation afterwards, so stay tuned. And always a friendly reminder, we are only providing information and news. We are not financial advisors. This is not a financial advice. Always do your own research and never invest money you cannot afford to lose. The markets are holding. Bitcoin coming in at 95,807 just a few minutes before broadcast. Stacks holding on to $1.63. It's right around where it was on Friday. Dipping down to number 51 by market cap on coin market cap. And the fear and greed index has dropped to 54. So we're in the neutral lane range, folks. That's actually probably a very healthy retracement. I do think that this is probably about where things will hold, but you never know. Always do your own research. The top three gainers on CoinMarketCap for the past 24 hours are Aave, Curve Finance, and FTT, the FTX token. Somebody gave those people bad advice. I don't know how you end up with that one. Financial advice, don't invest in FTT. That's just my opinion, though. Stacks calendar for the day, and a lot of these things might be slow or not happening. So not a whole lot of stuff going on. We do have our morning show, as always, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30-ish. We bring you the news and topical news and information on what's happening in the Bitcoin and Stacks ecosystem every day, Monday through Friday. 10 a.m. On every Monday is the Find to Earn Skull Coin game. This is probably going to be a great episode, so tune in for that at 10 a.m. Eastern. And at 2 p.m., we have Behind the Stacks, Bitcoin DeFi on Stacks Simplified and Amplified. Also, every Monday at 1 p.m. is Landy's Crypto Corner and Landy's weekly update on crypto and what's going on. He provides some awesome TA analysis, so tune in to him at 1 p.m. We are not going to hold the DeOrganized Whatever Monday space this week. We're actually going to be on pause for 2 weeks for all of our shows. We're going to finish the week out for the morning show. We have a couple of other things to announce for the week. And actually, the Stacks London crew, they're not doing Mondays, but they did announce, I believe, that they're going to start doing their regular Thursday show, and I'll double check on that. We'll make sure we update the calendar accordingly. That is your Stacks calendar for the day. Friendly reminder, when you stack your stacks, you earn yield in Bitcoin. Tell your friends. And Stacks is entering cycle 100 of stacking. To date, 3,433 total BTC has been earned. 500 million stacks is currently locked, securing the network, and 338 total unique miners have participated so far in the mining. And it's really important that everyone knows that when you stack your stacks, you earn Bitcoin yield. And there's a lot going on in our ecosystem. And I just want to give a shout out, a word from our sponsor. One of our sponsors is we've been working with Hermetica, and I really like what they have over there, my friends. If you're into Bitcoin and looking to earn some solid yield, you have to check out Hermetica. They've got USDH, a Bitcoin-backed stablecoin that's not just stable, but earns up to 25% yield. Head on over to hermetica.fi, stake your USDH, and start earning immediately. It's that easy. Go check it out now at hermetica.fi. And if it's just a little bit too hard for you to recall hermetica.fi, you could scan the QR code right there, and that'll bring you right over to their platform, and you can start earning yield, up to 25% yield on dollar stable coins backed by actual Bitcoin. Just great stuff going on over there at Hermetica. President-elect Trump names Bo Hines, former college football player, executive director of his crypto council in his administration. He also nominates pro-Bitcoiner Stephen Miran to lead his council of economic advisors. I'm a little more familiar with Steve Miran. He's a longtime advisor within the Treasury Department and other finance avenues. Less familiar with Bo Hines, and that seems like more like a face appointment to me than actually someone's going to do something there. So I hope I'm wrong. I'm just not super jazzed about the crypto council being headed by Bo Hines. I don't know that that's his. I don't know that that's his forte here. At a large rally this weekend, President-elect Trump says he will deliver the largest tax cuts in the history of our country next year. That's probably good because I think we're going to need them. So, but it should be good. Should be good. I hope he's going to keep his words. Michael Saylor suggests Amazon founder Jeff Bezos buy $600 million worth of Bitcoin. I think he should too. If I had $600 million, I would. And less than 7% of the global population is invested in crypto. Less than 7% of the global population has any crypto. You're early. MetaMask expands its U.S. pilot program for a crypto payment card, allowing users to pay directly from their wallets. Cool. I like MetaMask. I think it's interesting. I'm not sure, what other people think about it. Feel free to chime in the comments. According to Bloomberg's CoinShares, digital asset investment products saw $308 million in inflows last week, with not SBTC, Freudian slip. With BTC leading at $375 million in net inflows and ETH following with 51 million. SBTC had $100 million in inflows over 3 days into the Stacksy ecosystem. That's pretty darn cool as well. Metaplanet Inc. has acquired 619.7 Bitcoin for $60 million, $60.66 million at 97,901 each, so slightly down on that, raising their total holdings to 1,762 BTC worth $167 million, almost $168 million. Metaplanet is a publicly traded company listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange, which leverages BTC as its principal treasury reserve asset. And they're accumulating. Shiba Inu and Turbo adopt Chainlink's CCIP, enabling cross-chain transfers for SHIB, Bone, Leash, and Turbo. That's interesting. So SBTC has reached the phase 1 threshold of 1,000 BTC, I just mentioned. In just 3 days, the project brought in nearly $100 million of new assets, a new asset value to Stacks. Many outside of Stacks are asking why SBTC. Bitcoin finality. Transactions are as irreversible as Bitcoin. Secure, backed by Bitcoin itself via proof of transfer, and programmable, smart contract predictability and clarity and opportunity to tap into $1 trillion economy. That's why Bitcoin. That's why SBTC. And with the SBTC now live, I'm always a little slow on some of my processes here. With SBTC now live, don't miss Surge 2 campaign on Alex. Rewards have been doubled to 2 million Alex for Surge liquidity providers. Some of the best yields on stacks for SBTC and meme coins will be found on the Alex Surge. So be sure to check it out at app.alexlab.co/surge. Huge shout out to Zenatron and the team at Skullcoin for smashing success on the launch of their on-chain play to earn game. You should head over to skullco.in and check it out. It's the phase 1 sold out, so I don't think you can mint any more NFTs for game 1. There will be a game 2. There'll be regular series of games. There is a group DM. It's super live. People are really engaging and getting into it and working together to solve the map. So it's super cool. I am so proud of Zenatron and all he's accomplished, and I'm really excited to see where it goes and what the next iterations of that project go towards, because just some awesome stuff there. Check out DeOrganized.media. You can now find the schedule of all of your favorite DeOrganized shows and Community X spaces, and we are working to make that more functional and a better experience for everybody. It's an ongoing process, and we just launched it, and Trippin' Monkey's been killing it. Trippin' Monkey has absolutely destroyed it with this project for us, and it's just awesome. So you can have info for shows and hosts all in one easy to navigate platform. You can set up your own basic user account with a simple and secure Stacks wallet connection. And over the weekend, since he had nothing else to do, he added tipping to the project as well. So now you can actually tip your favorite hosts, show hosts on DeOrganized. And in Stacks and SBTC, you can help us out and help us grow if you like what you're seeing. Zero Authority DAO has crushed it in 2024 with 131 gigs and 100 bounties completed at zeroauthority.xyz. There are currently 5 active bounties on ZA, including bounties for Flat Earth, GPSC, Wrapped Nothing, Fact.fun, and Moon Labs. Head over to zeroauthority.xyz and participate in some bounties and gigs and help support the ecosystem while earning some stacks and other SIP10 tokens. Are you interested in helping builders and devs test out their projects on Stacks, or looking for help testing your project if you're a dev? We're building a tester QA community. You can DM me at PeaceLoveMusicG on X if you're interested in joining, or if you're interested in getting some tester help. We have a group of testers that are itchy to come on and poke around and give you feedback on your project. And if you're interested in doing that, let us know, because we're always looking for more help in that area as well. that is the news for the morning. It is a great day. Just want to really quickly shout out to Reese. What's up? GP, Hattie, what's up, guys? Good morning, everybody. Great to hear from you. Reese, I hope you're feeling better. I knew you were feeling a little worn down. That is the news for the day. I am going to bring on Stacksy in 1 minute for the weekly recap with Stacksy, brought to you by Rue.
Hello, Stacks fam! Welcome back for another, this time, festive edition of the Stacks Ecosystem Recap weekly happening and sponsored by the Rue community. Let's jump right in. So, first up, SBTC is live on Stacks mainnet. The launch was a massive success. The initial cap of 1,000 Bitcoin was hit within the first 3 days, bringing nearly $100 million in liquidity to the network and in just a few days. Early adopters couldn't resist the 5% yield incentive, and DeFi platforms like Zest Protocol, Alex, Staking DAO, Velar, and Bitflow rolled out exciting ways to put SBTC to work. Shout out to the Stacks core devs for this huge milestone. With Nakamoto fast blocks and SBTC, the future of Stacks looks incredibly bright. If you've missed phase 1, no worries, phase 2 is coming soon. Stay tuned. The first roundout of Skullcoin on-chain play-to-earn game finally launched, and it was a hit, selling out in less than a day. Players minted encrypted NFTs and raced to solve map locations for prizes. The community has been very engaged since the launch, sharing and even trading clues, as well as teaming up to help each other solve the location and win the rewards attached to it. Congrats to Zenitron and the whole Skullcoin team for pushing the boundaries of innovation and on-chain gaming, while also making our ecosystem more fun for all of us. I personally can't wait to see how all of this will evolve, and I love to see everyone having fun in the process. Next, Bitflow's Ponti's Bridge is live. Big news for DeFi fans. Ponti's Bridge is live now, with SBTC on Stacks. You can bridge BTC, Runes, BRC assets with zero fees and trade pairs like SBTC Stacks, SBTC Dog, SBTC BDC, and my personal favorite, USDH and our Runes from the Rue community. Head over to Bitflow and start exploring now. Stackies Awards. The night to remember. The 4th annual Stackies Awards brought the community together to celebrate an incredible year. We heard from ecosystem legends, including Monique, as they reflected on Stack's biggest highlights. Then it was time to honor the winners. If you've missed, let me quickly give you a recap. First up, Best Technical Builder went to Bitflow for shipping the runes AMM and advancing Bitcoin DeFi on Stacks. Next, Roots took home Best Community Builder for leading Leo Coin and creating impactful tools like Stacks tools. For Most Inspiring Thought Leader, it's no surprise that Monique, the founder of Stacks, claimed the top spot. The title of Stacks Meme Master went to Stacks City, proving that memes are serious business in our ecosystem. In the AI on Bitcoin category, AI BTC was recognized for paving the way for AI innovation on Stacks L2. Moving on, favorite Stacks project went to Stacking DAO, a key player in driving DeFi growth with STX and also the leading project with the leading and biggest TVL in our ecosystem. Now here's a fun one. Most devoted DGen, who was awarded to Jack Binswitch, who's truly embraced the culture and became a cornerstone of our community. Congratulations, Jack. Roops doubled down on wins, taking most positive impact on the community for his rallying efforts, inspiring and inspiration across Stacks. In the Ordinals contributor category, Megapont stole the show for their leadership in NFTs and collaboration like Megapunk. The award for developer that does not sleep went to Philip Hux, who's behind Stacking DAO and Arcadico. For most helpful data-driven tool, Signal 21 shined as a go-to for Bitcoin L2 insights. Lastly, the People's Choice Award went to DrinkNu, recognized for helping onboarding new users and spreading knowledge. And one more time, guys, huge congratulations to all the winners, all the nominees, and actually all of you that wake up daily and ship for our community, for our ecosystem, with all your innovative ideas, collaborations between each other. I know we were not all highlighted, but we definitely are a part of Stacks. And if not us, nothing would really go forward either. So congratulations to you guys. And lastly, I actually want to invite you all for my first ever Stacksy anniversary this Friday that we will be celebrating together with first live stream on DeOrganized, and later with a party space to round up the year, also celebrate my first day on Twitter last year on December 27th. And with all the people that saw the growth and the highlights and how everything kind of happened. Plus, we can recap the year together. And I have a few ideas how to make it more fun with giveaways, maybe even fun to earn games, and for all of us to connect before we head over into the new year. And peace. I'm ready. I'm done.
Awesome. I loved your the Stacksy's recap was awesome. Yeah.
Edition? Wait until you see.
Oh, very nice. That's you're just all sorts of ready.
Christmas in a warm country.
We got GPSC and Hattie in the house as well. What's up, brothers? How are you guys today? So Stacksy, we're doing just to make sure everyone heard, Stacksy's anniversary. Good morning. The anniversary of Stacksy, of her existence as Stacksy, is Friday the 27th, and she's also there's other news.
You can say it.
She's also launching her collection on Friday as well. So
I will be dropping collection, and actually it's fun to see GPS here because like 1 year ago when I just had these ideas, I was brainstorming and asking him a million questions, and also the good kitty, and I was like super nervous because I've never really like sold my art. I've only done it like all artists, for themselves. And it was a success. It sold out in 4 days, and all my holders actually got like 3 airdrops, and I'll touch on it now, but I just wanted to bring everyone together, everyone who was part of the beginning of me back then when I had to prove that I was not AI to Rosar and Enzo and Hero Gamer. And I created a small video as well that I will show, I think, that day. So we have a lot of fun. And just like also want to say
actually, thank you. Part of the reason why people thought you were AI is that your combination of talent is almost too good to be true. It really is. It's kind of hard. It's like I had the same thought. I'm like, either she could be a very, very advanced AI. You still could be though. I've never met you in person. Other people have, so I'll have to take their word for it. But I can appreciate the consideration there as to that, how that might be. But yeah, man, I'm super proud of you. I think you've come, even in just the last couple of months, you've come a very long way. You're not shy. Well, you were too shy to come on live stream for a little while. We've been live streaming.
Yeah, because I've never been on the show. Like I'm a performer on stage, but I've never been like live speaking. And I feel like it's always dangerous because I always say what I think. So I'm kind of trying to stay away from microphones so I don't say something I'm not supposed to. Because I'm really bad at these controls.
Our show is different. Whatever you think is what you're supposed to say.
Yeah, that's
so,
good.
But yeah.
And I was actually on the first that you did on your first
That's right.
space.
You were. Yes, you were
I was there,
guest
and you
on my.
were on my first space. So we have all grown actually. Even like GPS, Hattie, you know, like what you do now with your authority as well. You are there grinding for
He's
Rue
in
and
like
everyone. Like
projects.
we all have massively
Yeah,
evolved
Hattie's
together.
killing it in like 6 projects. GPSC too. You know, everyone's. You're right. It's a tremendous community we have here, um, and we're all very.
If we remember Peace, like a year ago, did you ever think of doing live streams?
Not,
Hattie, would you ever think you would end up working with the projects you do in GPSU? Like we never even thought of that. It just would like
it's
organically
just
happened and everyone found their ways, you know, where they can contribute.
I find myself saying it more and more. It just keeps writing itself. You know, things just keep happening that open up more doors and opportunities that yo if you just keep putting the work in and you just keep chipping away,
Consistency.
it'll come. You just got to be open to it, and you can't. One of the tricks is as no matter how driven you are, you cannot force things to happen the way you want them to or the way you think they should. You have to be open to.
And you can't do things alone. I feel like we wouldn't have come that far without the support of each
That's
other. None of
absolutely.
us.
It's ironic that decentralized atmosphere, a decentralized atmosphere would bring us all together to work collaboratively versus the top down, you know, ownership level of things. It's a very different paradigm, especially the way we're building here at DeOrganized. It's really something else. You know, I can't even.
Have you guys felt the disconnect again during the Stacky? Sorry for bringing that up. And us, like, I feel like there's still like foundation and them and us. Like we're not really connected because we didn't even know the Stackies would be on the day
Right,
they
it was
were. You
last
know,
minute.
and
We
it
heard
was
about
really
it. I only heard about it because
yeah. It's a shame because I don't feel like they don't even know what we have going on here. And what we have going on here is not less exciting than what SBTC is right now.
no. Well, SBTC is super exciting. I can't.
Maybe I
It really is. Like I can't believe, not just SBTC, but how rapidly we got 1,000 at Bitcoin into the network in a couple of days. That's big. It's really a big deal. The general market conditions notwithstanding, SBTC and fast blocks on stacks and all of the other stuff that's being delivered and on pace to be delivered is just nuts. You know, and obviously there's always going to be bugs found in certain things, and things take a little bit longer to launch than you expected, and then things take a little longer to trickle in, and you got market sentiment and you got other dynamics, you know, macro dynamics at play. But I am so bullish on the Stacks ecosystem and the broader and the capacity it gives to Bitcoin, by the way. Like Stacks is a huge value add to Bitcoin, having the functionality that it's bringing us. I am so bullish. But as far as so I think it's baby steps, right? I'm not worried about is the foundation aware of us? Yes, they are aware of us and they are paying attention. But there's a lot that they have to be careful how and deliberate in how they handle things too. I'm not worried about how the Stackies awards went or how engaged we were. You know, we're still relatively new. So I look at a lot of our projects as an extension of D grants because that's where we came from, and a bunch of the other stuff we're covering, and a bunch of our friends, and a bunch of the people that we're engaging with, and even some of the things we're trying to integrate now into the DeOrganized media platform. They are all came out of the D grants, which is a Stacks Foundation entity. So, you know, I do think that they're aware, they value what we're bringing, and I think that they're very much paying attention and supporting where they can. Because got to keep in mind a lot of our stuff came within the middle of the year, so there's no budgets are annually, plans are annually, so hopefully we're more in their plans for 2025, and I think that is the case, but well, it remains to be seen for sure. But all we can do is, I love the foundation, I love Stacks, I love what they're doing, and if we can provide value to them in any way, we're happy to do so.
Yes.
So
yeah, dude, like the superstars come out of D grants, you know. That's the reason why we have DeOrganized, you know. It was sparked off from an idea like stemming from the cohort. So I really would like to see D grants get a little bit more shine. You know, they could have had like a little ad or something on the Stackies. You know, it would have been cool, because like DeOrganized doesn't just help give visibility on all the projects. It helps us connect, you know, and kind of get a feel for who these founders are, give them a platform to talk about their stuff, and we get to see who's building behind the handle. So you know, it's awesome what you put together, and get to see this thing kind of just like sprout and start to grow.
yeah, man, it's, you know, what kept me in Stacks, what was going on in the D grants spaces, which Hattie was one of the cohort, the lead stewards for cohort 2, and was hosting a ton of spaces, and that got me more integrated in tune with what was being built, because I got to meet all of these project, you know, founders that were building, developers that were building out stuff and or trying to build out. You know, it was the process of organizing what they're building. And by making it a community effort, it got so many more people interconnected in with each other and working towards common goals in a way that I don't think could ever have been possible before. It's really kind of, it's hard to explain, because there's so many people that everyone's in it for themselves, right? That's all we have, right? We're all pushing for something, for outcomes that we want to see happen, right? For ourselves, that's all we have. But we also all value the success of others. You know, we're like, Zenatron's success is my success too. Even though I'm not directly benefiting from it monetarily, like I don't own part of the project, but I'm involved in the space where our project is integrated into the space, and I'm involved with the community, and it's a huge value add for the community. The whole community has a value add from Skullcoin right now. Same thing with Stack City. I think Stack City is a tremendous value add. That came out of D grants. You know, and I could just start naming project after project right now. It's nuts. We've had an amazing year for our ecosystem, and I think we have a lot to be thankful for. Personally, I really do, and I'm super happy to be sharing it with
for guys finding you all. Honestly, like I have never been part of a community, and I'm really lucky that I am part of the best community from my first day on on Twitter, literally, like the first day, and I'm here until now.
We're all fortunate to have you with us too. That's the value of it. Like, all of us bring value to the ecosystem. None of us is here to extract. We're all here to pitch in and create value, which is.
And I can't wait. I don't know if you've said it yet, but I can't wait actually to tune in on New Year's Eve and say hi to all of you, because we are family, you know. And I want.
That's right. I haven't said it yet. It is. I've got the green light from BitcoinLive to run all day for however long we want. I got to find someone from the eastern side of the world to start to come in and start the show during their New Year's celebration. I don't know. You know, really anytime. So I'm thinking.
I feel like you should just share out the link and then whoever is free, they can just like tab in and tab out whenever they can.
Right. That's what I will do. I just gotta find, like, I know Kitty's interested, and I suspect Reese will be interested, and that's around the same time zone as yours. But I know, like, further east is like the Australia guys and some of the further Eastern Asia people. I'd love to get some of them on even earlier. But at the very latest, so right now, Stacksy, I think you're 7 hours ahead of us, if I'm correct. So is it about 3 p.m. right now for you, or 4 p.m.?
No, 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So you're 9 hours ahead.
So Sydney, 1 in the
I'll
morning.
tune in after midnight because I always make the most money on New Year's. I perform for my four times the rate I usually perform. So I have two performances that night. So when everyone's spending, I'm like, it's my best day. I'm gonna buy more bags.
Nice. So
I will only tune in after midnight once I'm back home.
So you wouldn't be on for midnight your time anyway.
No,
I think the part of Africa Reese and Kitty are in is like 7 hours ahead of us. So
Australia's 1 in the morning at the moment. Like Sydney.
I mean, I don't want to like promise, but
Australia's 1 in the morning, so we'd have to start at 8 a.m.
Yeah, probably start at about 8 to catch them. So Australia's got 4 time zones.
That's the earliest.
So
8 a.m.
Sydney will be the first one, yeah. So Sydney's 1 hour. Then you'd have Brisbane because they don't have
we
daylight.
might even have to start at 7 a.m. so we could have a little bit of lead up time to their New Year.
Yeah.
If we wanted to go that long.
Well, Auckland would be the first one, so that's 3 o'clock at the moment in the morning.
I'll check with Gordon, see if he wants to come on. Gordon, Nieta, Hamish, all the Aussie group, and see if they want to come on.
The flat guys are Aussies as well.
Is it? The Flat Earth guys are Aussies too?
Yeah. And by the way, we're speaking about Zero Authority bounties and Stacks and BRC20 rewards, but they were actually the first bounty that is live now that have SBTC rewards too. And it's quite big.
Oh, there's SBTC rewards on their bounty?
They got 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got 3 prizes, all in SBTC.
Prizes and
so you can set up
quite
tiered...
huge ones. I believe dollar value is like up to 75 per one winner, and they have 3 winners.
You can have 3. You can have multiple winners per bounty now.
Not on chain, but off chain, yes. But with the V2, they will head you, right? It's gonna be possible.
V2, there'll be loads of things.
What's a time? Do they have a time? I'm not trying to pin you down, Hattie, but is there a timeline for that?
For V2?
Mm-hmm.
V2, there isn't a defined timeline yet.
Quarter 1?
Sorry?
Quarter 1?
Q1 is the projected delivery date.
All right.
In Q1.
We might have a couple more months.
Yeah, it's everything in Zero Authority was delayed because waiting for fast blocks, because that would make things easier. So we released the bounties and showed people what the capabilities were in version 1 we have now.
Right.
Get people excited for fast blocks. Then fast blocks came, so you can see how quickly it moves. And then we're waiting for SBTC so that we get, and obviously those all things, it's like a domino effect because everything was delayed. It pushed all of our stuff.
I'm not, listen, building a project takes time, and there's a lot of moving parts that Zero Authority is depending on. That all makes a ton of sense. I'm excited to play with it, so I want to know when it's going to be available. That's all.
Bounties is going to have vastly more capabilities, so you'll have a lot more. So Stacksy said it. You'll be able to choose 3 winners. So you have first place, second place, third place. There'll be a lot more. But again, I'm not the intern, so I'm not allowed to.
No, you're not. You're.
But it's also not recorded, so you can just tell us all the alpha.
Afterwards, I can tell you everything.
You already did.
There's more than that. Yes, and gigs gigs will be a lot better as well. So there'll be some changes. There'll be not changes, but gigs will be a lot better.
Man, I'm like super excited for all of these things. Also, like DeOrganized, like the page that we have now is incredible. If we tune it up, that we can actually have the link to the live, that would be even wow. And also that all the participants, not only the hosts, have it on their profile, but also all the participants that we have it in an archive.
There's a lot of stuff we have planned, and Trip has been amazing at like just building stuff out
because he has been hatching that idea since like 1 year when we just first spoke. He was like, oh, let me create these online tickets for like a Welsh meetup or something. So he already brainstormed it. He just didn't find the use case.
Right. That's exactly
like the one that we needed. And now he did. So now he's like, okay, I already have.
There's a couple of other factors involved, but yes, he found this is it's just things lining up, opportunities lining up for each other. You know, we had established a pretty good relationship between the two of us, working relationship before this all developed. So he felt comfortable working with me on it, and I love, I'm super comfortable having, can't be more grateful for having Trip stepped up and done that, because
is he listening to us now?
He commented earlier, so he might be listening. Yeah. But he's, he might be working on something. Who knows? He's always got stuff going on. So I'm not sure, but I cannot stress.
Yeah, he's another one of those mad scientists that we have in the blockchain. There he is. But yeah, dude, the site, you guys, if you haven't gone and checked it out, go check out DeOrganized, the DeOrganized.media site, where you can tip your favorite founders and SBTC, give them some stacks, check out what's going on in the ecosystem. It's badass. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I started tinkering around with it, I got really excited, hyper bullish on what everybody's doing here and the connections that we're making. Sorry, just to jump in, I got a little excited.
That's what this is about.
Definitely go check it out. It's one of those things.
You're here for jumping in. That's
like, I can't stop smiling. Like, don't say sorry for being excited.
Yeah. That's. Listen, we have a lot to be excited for. And it's just new. Like, it's still not polished, and there's still a lot I have to do to kind of get the content in there right and figure all that stuff out and all of that. But it's kind of like a dream still. It's like, I can't believe we have all of these pieces coming together with all of these cool people participating, and what is it going to look like a year from now? What is it going to look like 5 years from now? What's up, Lion Ice B? Thanks for the shout out. Also, Vinny said good morning earlier, just saying hi to a couple people. We get a little bit, I get a little bit distracted. Israel from Stacking Down also said shout it out.
Answer them while we're here.
Say that again.
I'm saying if someone has from the audience some questions from our family, some questions while we're up here.
Anyone
send us something. We'll talk about.
If you're listening and you have access to the live chat, feel free to shout out questions. Anything.
I can't call them audience. Like, what is
Mike,
this?
they're our friends. It's our extended family, really. The viewership, the audience, but it is an audience too.
Should we?
It's just an intimate audience.
Oh, this is perfect. Like this, we can see the comments. What do we have there?
Used to pick up. There we go.
Nice. Okay.
So if anyone has any questions, there we go. Got our first one. Thank you. Thank you, Lana.
Thank you. She's part of Sam's group. Sam's Stacks Labs group, I believe.
Oh, she's in Stacks
Labs. I remember correctly. I think she's in Stacks Labs.
Oh, yeah, we got a good question. Who's going to take this one?
How is SBTC yield earned?
Depends where you deploy it, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it's a special from Stacks right now. So that's a special yield right now. The 5%, that's a promo. That's a Stacks promo, I believe. But
Yeah.
then like other yield, like you can earn more yield by like loaning it out or making it available to loan out on Zest protocol, and that yield is from the interest on loaning, loaning the asset out. Good morning, Bowler Pick. How are you, brother? But yeah, great question, Anthony. I don't know for certain otherwise, but I believe it's just basically it's covered by promotion by the Stacks Foundation.
Stacks Nigeria. Okay.
To be honest with you, I think Stacks Nigeria and Stacks Labs is like the same group, right? Isn't it basically the same group, or kind of the same?
Sam is from there, but Stacks Labs is about educating and onboarding developers and giving people an opportunity. Yes. Majority of those are throughout Africa, but then most of his...
They don't have to be, right. They don't have to be from from Nigeria.
But you have Stacks Nigeria and you have Stacks, like Stacks Labs, which is your route in to become a developer. Yep. Only 1,000 were locked as the first. So the initial was 1,000.
Well,
it was reached in 2 days, was it?
Yeah, about 3 days. It was late Friday, I think they hit it.
Look, obviously we are not tech people, that's why we're here talking, and it's brand new, so we don't know all the technicalities ourselves, but we will definitely know and have spaces and figure it out.
But there'll be more opportunity being built out as the DeFi protocols start picking it up, and as SBTC starts being created and brought onto the chain, you'll start seeing a lot more promotions coming out from the various DeFi on Stacks. So at the moment, it's very slow, making sure everything works. There's enough moving over. The bridge is working. We can move it on chain. So everything is slow at the moment, but eventually it will speed up. I can't wait to stack my stacks and earn Bitcoin and then bridge my Bitcoin for yield. That's what I can't wait.
Awesome strategy.
And doubt.
Like I would imagine it works like it has something to do with the POX mechanism, right? Like the proof of transfer, like with the yields. I'm not very sure, but I'll look into it. It's gotta be something to do with that, right?
I'm pretty sure because that's how the Bitcoin is. You have to put Bitcoin up to push into.
So Anthony said,
I'll look it up.
Do you think the DeFi narrative is real? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by the DeFi narrative, but if what you mean by the DeFi narrative is that SBTC is going to unlock a lot of extra liquidity into Stacks DeFi, I do believe that personally. There's $100 million of value, that asset value that just, well, let's call it $95 million of asset value as of this morning that just came into the ecosystem to be deployed. The majority of that's going to get deployed into Stacks DeFi. And then over time, it'll trickle out into the other Stacks projects as well. So I see that that's going to probably, and to be honest with you, I have a little bit of FOMO from only having put a small amount of Bitcoin in and the cap being reached. So I want to put more Bitcoin into SBTC now that it was capped and met the cap so quickly. So I think that that's, if you want to elaborate more on the narrative, if I've got it wrong, but if the narrative is SBTC means more DeFi activity on Stacks, yes, I think that that's an accurate narrative personally. It's just a matter of time before it trickles out into the system. What do you guys think
about the DeFi?
Yeah, definitely. Like with SBTC, it's going to take a little bit of time while people just kind of look around and see what there is within the ecosystem, right? And then we'll slowly start to see the TVL on the different products within the ecosystem rise. The more that people explore. So I feel like we're in the DYOR
We're also
stage.
waiting for BTC to launch some stuff.
Say that again. You broke up a little bit, Stacksy.
Right.
Yeah, I was just saying, as GPC was mentioning, all these projects, they were waiting for SBTC to
Oh,
go
right,
live
right.
to ship their shipments. So everyone was waiting for that.
Yeah, right. So we got a bunch of stuff that's getting ready to launch. Boom Wallet's going to be launching soon, and I don't want to. I'm not speaking for Dan because I don't know, and he's still got stuff he's working on, and that's going to go. But that part of it was waiting for SBTC. That needed to happen before it could go live. There's just a number of things that had to happen first. It just happened. It hasn't even been a week. It hasn't even been a week since we got SBTC. Of course, you need to have time to figure it all out. And so Anthony says versus centralized. So he's talking about decentralized finance versus centralized finance. I think last crypto cycle actually was the proof that there's a place for decentralized finance in the world. And it's only growing, and the demand for that type of service is only growing. Basically, it gives people options and choices, and more control over what they're doing with their money without using a middleman. Do I think that there's value in that? Yes, I think there's tremendous value in that, and that's why I'm super bullish on Stacks and supportive of the ecosystem, because they're of the many things that I support in the process of decentralization is the capacity for more options and more players and more self-ownership and self-custody in the ecosystem.
So I want to follow one piece from what you said is the comparison between centralized and decentralized is look at how many people had a problem with Binance and both Coinbase in getting stacks off over the last week, where they didn't have enough liquidity and they stopped people taking theirs off. So they've done it before with Bitcoin, where they've actually stopped people from withdrawing their funds. So that's the difference between a centralized and a decentralized. Where decentralized, you're directly in contact with the contract, so you're putting it in and bringing it out. And stacking on stacks is obviously that the stacks are still in your wallet. You can still see them. They're just locked that you can't spend them. So you're earning yield on that, but it still sits in your wallet as a balance. So it doesn't actually leave your wallet.
Right. It's just it's safer options, and we're still building it out, right? And so, and I know you said this several times, Anthony, and sometimes it goes unanswered because there really isn't a great answer on how do we improve the marketing for stacks.
I think they've done a great job. We had so many KOLs posting about it on the day. It was crazy. It was everywhere. I mean, okay, we didn't have good marketing about the Stakey's award and stuff like that, but when there's something important, I feel like they do something.
Yeah, I do think that there's room for improvement for the marketing and communication side of things. Like, for instance, the whole community didn't know when the hell the Stackies Award was going to be.
That's crazy.
Nobody knew.
That was crazy.
No
one.
But yes,
So
there is.
Yeah, that just shows us that there's two communities: the ones that are part of the foundation and stuff, and then us here on X.
If I follow on from what Anthony's saying, so he's moving on. Anthony, that's the reason why DeOrganized media was created. We created this because we saw that there was a gap in the market that required a place where people could communicate across platforms in a live environment and also pre-recorded to be able to understand more about not only the Stacks ecosystem, but we're talking about ordinals, runes, and everything to do with Bitcoin plus other chains, but predominantly Stacks because that's where we were born out of. So this is the answer to it, where you get to interact with us live, we get to answer questions for you, and hopefully other people get to learn from that as well. And that's why we bring on our partners like Hermetica, who's also a partner of ours, which shows us, and Alex is a partner of ours, and many other players in the ecosystem. We're showcasing all of these amazing things that we're building. It's like Staksy's a coal in the environment. She's also pushing out and speaking on her channels on X, also on live, talking about all these things. So this is what we saw the gap.
Yeah, and that's where we learn about them because we are not technical. So we are just users as you are. And I have my beginner-friendly spaces weekly. Like last week, for example, I had Yago from BitcoinOS on there. And honestly, he's such a giga brain. I was really scared on how he's gonna speak in order for us to understand. So I pre-warned him. I'm like, please, Yago, I know you're super smart. Whenever I listen to you, I don't understand half of the stuff you're saying. So please make it like really simple. And we had so many people like listening through all the space and then later write, oh my God, we understood what ZK rollups are or stuff like that. So like, that's what we're here for. Like we're not the people building it. We are the people that are trying to understand it in order to do content to explain it to you guys.
Could I do something off, like go left field here? And Anthony, if you want, do you want to join us live? You can come on live and talk to us right now. We can send you a link. Would you like to come on live?
I'm gonna DM him.
I'm gonna
DM him the link right now just to see if he wants to. Great, and if he's not comfortable, that's okay too.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah. So, if you want, no. Okay, no worries.
He's like, no. See, it's not so easy.
It isn't.
What we do.
No, and then listen, it's fine. I'm not trying to. That's fine. It just might be easier to have a conversation live, but we can actually do this via the live chat too. That's okay. And I certainly don't want to discourage him from participating because he actually asks great questions regularly. I think. But I would be cool if you came up, but that's not I don't want to make you feel like you're on the spot and you don't have to. But
yeah, I was getting excited, man. I was like, man, we're gonna test, and
well, we can always when this is kind of an open invitation to anybody. If you're interested in coming on and chatting, or you're thinking about it, and some people are nervous at the thought originally, and it takes a little bit of time getting used to. It's really not that hard to do, especially with us running all of the stuff for you. All you have to do is come on and talk. It's not that complicated. But what part of what we're building out and the vision for the DeOrganized platform is to help promote others being able to create content for the ecosystem as well, so that the more content we have, that's going to be the marketing. That's where we're going to be able to move this forward from, is the more content that's out there, the more grassroots basic users that are out there making their own podcasts and putting out their own shows and hosting their own spaces and just getting more and more awareness spread out to the people that aren't connected to the ecosystem. That's how we're going to grow. A massive marketing campaign by the Stacks Foundation on, CNN probably isn't going to do it for us. It would be money wasted anyway. So I don't think that's where the marketing is going to come from. I think it's going to be more grassroots level. We have a great post from Vinny. SBTC alone is not going to be enough. No, it's not going to be enough. And he says, assuming SBTC by itself can bring important DeFi volume to Stacks is believing that there's enough DeFi players out there who would prefer a somewhat decentralized solution versus what they have on other chains. I don't think that's necessarily true. For a lot of players, especially the big ones, centralization is not necessarily a problem. Well, I kind of agree. I don't think centralization is a huge issue as long as it's safe and secure and fast and reliable. So I do think that you're going to see some DeFi go through Coinbase. They'll probably build out other features. You're going to get stuff on, and maybe some of the more decentralized platforms on Stacks might actually see value in becoming less decentralized, and there's going to be both. There's definitely going to be both, both DeFi and centralized finance options, both of them are going to grow in capacity and how they can actually and what they can offer based on the development of the blockchain technology and what we do with Bitcoin and Stacks. No, SBTC is a huge value add. Just bringing a ton of liquidity into the ecosystem gets eyeballs. 1,000 stacks, 1,000 BTC coming into the ecosystem is not something to ignore. It's not something to yawn at.
Especially if it's something new that no one has tested out, you know? Because usually people are very scared about their BTCs.
One of the other factors is going to be the WASM Clarity VM that I first heard about from Vinny. I think that's going to open up a ton of doors as far as getting more developers into the Stacks ecosystem and at least being able to build on Stacks. More people can, because we can build in more languages, and it's going to make the system even that much more robust and nimble and fast. So I think that of course there's more to do. We're not done. The ecosystems it's not like SBTC up. That's it. We're done. That's it. We still got a lot to develop, but SBTC is still a huge development. It's a huge piece of the puzzle that we didn't have, and now we do have. So just the fact that I can actually get tips on our website in SBTC, and so somebody can send me like $2 worth of Bitcoin for the transactional cost of 0.001 stacks. And yes, more often than not, it goes through at that price, by the way. That the miners maybe don't want to hear that, but the miners and signers don't want to hear that. But if you're paying more than 0.01 stacks for a transaction, unless you have a real hard need on that going through fast, like real fast, you don't need to spend that much. But you can get, somebody can send me a couple dollars in SBTC is actually now the functional way for, Mr. Wagney said the other day, now, this is actually going to make it so I can buy my morning coffee in Bitcoin. This is going to give you transactional Bitcoin. Cheap, fast, trust mitigated. It is still decentralized, so it's got the ethos covered. Bitcoin finality, immutable. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Well, I think what people forget is we have this already in Lightning Network. The difference between Stacks and Lightning is that Stacks is a programmable layer, where Lightning hasn't got as much functionality. So what Vinny's saying is absolutely correct. SBTC isn't the end game. SBC is only another enabler. So we needed the liquidity, so we needed the DeFi protocols to come on, so we needed stacking, we needed to incentivize people to come on to show a value in Stacks and show how it works, then to build SBTC on top of that. And that just opens up, together with the programmability of the language, of the Stacks language, so Clarity, with SBTC moving at lightning speed across the network and very, very low transaction fees, means now it becomes possible to buy that coffee, and it's not as complicated as Lightning. I need to open up channels and manage channels. You don't need any of that. You bridge it across and you move it seamlessly like you would on Ethereum, like with Polygon layer, where you just wrap your ETH and you move it on Polygon. It's exactly the same. And when we get WASM, that's going to open up a whole world of possibilities for developers, which now we can start plugging into other places across the crypto sphere. We're not just talking about Stacks, it's going to open up, and that's how we're going to interact with the Solanas and the rest of them, which means we now have interoperability. I think Vinny can speak more to that than I can, but I think that's where it's taking us. And SBTC, I want to get paid in SBTC. Stacksy wants to be paid. Giga wants to, you as well. We all want to be paid in Bitcoin. We just want a way to move it that's cheap and efficient. Hey, Hero.
GM Hero, where are you? Answer my DM. You've been gone for a while. We
can just tell him, Hero, we're going to take over the no sip call this Friday. We're going to do a special for Stacksy's anniversary.
anniversary.
and launch.
And Hero was actually also part of my first day on X. He was the one in
He's
the
gonna
comments
come and talk.
fighting.
He's gonna come and talk both, right? He's gonna come on the live stream and the.
I hope so, because I invited him, but he never responded. So let's see.
Well, he might just be playing hard to get. Stack.
No, I think he was just touching grass, and he literally just now appeared.
That's
on
probably
X
more
since-
likely. Yeah,
since then.
it's probably more likely.
He wouldn't.
So
play that
Anthony
game.
asks, "What about Solidity?" And that I don't know. Is Solidity a WASM compilable language? Let me
Where's
actually
Vinny?
Google that. Yeah, where's Vinny?
Can Vinny join us live?
Vinny is
Oh, that
welcome to
would be
join us
awesome.
live. I don't know if he's available and wants to.
Vinny let us on in the chat. Oh, GM Zenny, we were mentioning you and your legendary of the on-chain game. That's true. I did do that.
He's working. I thought of that.
He's
Always
working.
working.
Okay.
Solidity.
But actually, while I can, I want to shout out to Vinny because he helped me to organize an airdrop for my NFT holders. And he literally built a tool specifically for that, and I'm super grateful. Thank you, Vinny, so much for helping me. And that's, again, an example of collaboration. Didn't want anything in return, but obviously I sent him some stacks.
So according to the Googler, Solidity is a WASM compilable language. So yes, anything in Solidity, and anyone that's writing in Solidity can write contracts in Solidity. Once we have a WASM Clarity VM, then it can actually be translatable to Stacks. Yeah, Vinny is awesome. He says he's working. Not surprised because the dude's always cranking.
Yeah.
We cannot come on today. Xanatron says the bull run hasn't happened yet. So Hero said that you promised him a date after the bull run, Stacksy. So you owe Hero.
Wait, you were breaking what?
Hero says that you promised him a date after the bull run.
I did.
And
Exactly.
so Xenotron points out that the bull run has not happened yet, so you don't owe.
Exactly. So Hero's gotta wait.
Yeah. So good things are coming, and I get some frustration.
Can I just say something quickly while Zenitron is listening?
Yeah.
Because I actually felt so bad. Like I didn't know he would like launch the game on Friday, as no one, because I think he just decided that, and I already had plans for the whole weekend. So I was like completely gone, and I come back, everything's sold out, everyone had so much fun, everything's already happening, and I have completely not. Yeah, I feel terrible. I couldn't take part in all of this, but it doesn't take away from my happiness for my friend. And Zenny, we are all super proud of you, what you've done, and it was your dream for so long, and you and your team did really, really well. And it looks insane, and I'm super jealous that I wasn't part of it, but I'm sure I will be part of the next round.
Yeah, and Stacksy, you were a tremendous value add helping him with those X spaces and all of that and hosting. You made it very fun and engaging. Not that Xenotron isn't. And Zenny says there will be more games, and yeah, there will be, and yes, there will be more people looking to participate. Super, again, congrats. Now that you are listening, Zenny, congratulations again, man, on such an awesome success. Tons of people playing the game. If you guys haven't been, again,
It was really fun. The trading.
Yeah, head over. Right, people are just trading the NFTs and using them and helping each other. It's great.
Yeah,
But if you're not participating yet, head over to Skullcoin at skullco.in.
Yeah, I believe you still can take part if you buy a secondary,
You
right?
can buy you can buy
buy-
NFTs on secondary. You can still merge them. You can buy NFTs. There's blue ones on it on secondary right now too.
Because Anitron wants to come up and talk to us.
Zenny, you want to? I don't have too much longer to run. I gotta close him. He's always welcome. I'm happy to have him on, but it's about 20 minutes to 10. Are you guys doing the find to earn today? Stack.
I am not, but I think it's on. They're gonna do something else. I think still
Oh, they're
about
gonna
the
do
game.
a space about the game. So,
I think
so
so.
Zenny, you're welcome to come on. Let me know if you want to. But we only have about, I'd say like 10 minutes before we.
And I don't even know if he has slept in the last few days, to be honest, knowing how he is.
Oh, he doesn't. Senatron does not sleep. I can guarantee you.
Yeah, I know.
He does not sleep.
Yeah. Well, maybe, just maybe on my birthday space, we will play some Find to Earn games all together while we're chatting and having fun before the new year. So let's see.
do it.
We're definitely preparing something special.
Zenny says next time. Next time. We'll have him come on. We'll have him come on next Monday. Oh no, we're not doing shows next Monday. No morning show. That's actually just everybody's letting everybody know. I need a break. I have some stuff I have to work on, and I love doing this show. Actually, it's really one of the highlights of my day. Every day, I love talking to our audience, especially when we get this. We have a nice panel here with all my friends, and everyone's chatting. We're talking about some really cool stuff. Zenny wants to know, GPSC, if you found the Pepe in Chicago.
Dude, I'm still in the trenches, looking for 17 longitude. If anybody has 17 long, it'd be greatly appreciated because I'm still in the trenches.
You have the map and the latitude?
I got the map and the latitude, and I've been like throwing offers on Gamma. So go check your offers on Gamma. Yeah, man, I need help. I'm stuck in Chicago.
19 with just one coordinate, and I just literally searched all along that one coordinate until I found the spot. So if you have, is that the one I shared to you, or is that a different map?
That's what I'm doing. You shared with me. I think it was. Yeah, I'm on the latitude, 26. And I'm just like scrolling through and up and down through Chicago right now, trying to find Pepe, man. And he's behind. He's standing in front of these shipping containers. So I'm looking for like an industrial, like more industrial area, not in the neighborhoods, So it's fun. I'm having fun. Yeah, I need that 17 long. Somebody come off of it, please.
Yeah, it's great. It's been awesome. Honestly, the game has been great. And that's like, we just have so many things happening all the time. And it's like, we're almost like spoiled brats. Like, it's never satisfactory. We never feel good about it. It's always like, we always need more. And
yeah, because our memory in this space is literally like valid for 2-3 days, and whatever was before that or after, we don't remember.
Right. It's
like we just had all-time highs, but in 3 days, everyone's like, "Oh, it's
$95,000 Bitcoin this morning," and people are like crying about the end of the world. It's crazy.
It's so funny, literally. I don't understand all these people that are every time there's some small little setback, they're all like losing their head. Like, are they like new to the space, or they are like doing this for a few bull runs now? Because then you definitely are not really strong in the head.
Well, so this kind of throws back to a conversation Hattie and I have had a few times now about the education system and how it basically trains people to defer their decision making. So now you're only happy when you're told to be happy.
That's hilarious to hear.
It's really what it is. But realizing that can empower you to start making your own decisions for yourself.
Yep.
So that's there's always hope. We can always get better. I'm going to let everyone have anyone else have any last words for the day? I'm going to let Hattie go last.
Oh, interesting. Something's happening over there.
Stacksy, what?
He's even getting a bit of color.
Well, I don't.
Christmas color.
He asked to be on the show, but he didn't tell me specifically why. So I suspect there might be something. Yeah, but I also just like giving him the last word because, well, he always has something to say.
Make it sound so bad, like he always has something to say. Sounds so negative.
Oh, I love it. I wasn't trying to.
So some alpha to share.
No, it's because listen, I have to pick somebody to go last. So you were the first one I looked at.
Okay. So I'm lost.
Well, I can go
Ladies first, yes.
I'm just
Ladies first.
Yeah, I'm just like super excited for the end of the year. I think we all have outperformed our goals, or even like outperformed something that we didn't even know we wanted to do. So we ended up in places that we didn't even imagine we would end up. And I think we all did a really great job. And we will continue to do a great job in the next year even more. And our friendships will become even stronger. And I have goosebumps again. I just love you all. And I'm happy to see you all on my birthday. I only want the people that actually want to be there and remember how it all went. And yeah, can't wait to see
I'm
you
sure it'll be a good turnout for Stacksy on Friday.
all. Thank you.
GP.
And I've prepared the super legendary collection. Only 42 pieces.
Only 42 pieces. Get
Yes.
your stacks ready.
A little bit fun.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there to come hang out with you,
Thank
Stacksy, and celebrate your Stacksy birthday and have a good time and round out the year, finish it off, and start the new year. So, yeah, happy Merry Christmas to everybody that celebrates. Happy holidays. Remember to keep love in the room. And if you're building, just keep your head down. You know, good things are happening. We're moving the needle in the right direction, and we're doing great work. So, big shout out to everybody that's developing on Stacks and doing their thing, building the community up.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
I think we're all as equally valuable to the ecosystem. And all of you who are listening, we mean you as well. You're just not, we can't see you.
No, but it's true. We're nothing without an audience that's interested in hearing what we're talking about and engaging with us. So really, like, DeOrganized is all of us. The guys on the stage, the guys helping us build stuff out in the background, and our audience that engages and watches and shares out the stream and just keeps supporting us.
And the name couldn't be more legendary because we are all very deorganized in our organization. But that's why we're creative, and that's why we're in the Web3 space, because we are not ordinary people.
So the term came out because we were trying to actually figure out a way to organize the community project at Node Rocks. And people were trying to get us to create a DAO. And the response would be, we don't DAO was what they kept saying, because when you create a DAO, then it's not really autonomous and you still need people to run it and nothing really happens and yada, yada, yada. So I came up with extending the term we don't DAO is we don't DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. We do. We decentrally organize. DeOrganized is where that came out of.
Incredible, genius, really. I love it.
And then it made itself.
It
really
makes
weird.
so much. I love it. Because we are not this type of Web2 people that are super organized. That's why we're here. That's why we are in the future of finance, and we're just different.
Right. Well, and there's definitely some very highly organized people in the project. You know, it's not disorganized, but it's organized without
It's a different order, not the traditional one.
Yes, it's a new order. I like that. A new decentralized order. Organized.
Deorganized.
Yeah, that's the truth. It came out of, like, the idea for the name of the project came out of a conversation I had in Discord like months earlier. And it was like, oh my God, I can totally use that. You know, it wasn't planned that way. It just happens. Which is kind of how the universe works if you let it.
Yeah.
One of the keys to that, though, is that you have to regularly and consistently think about the world as you want it to be. What do you want to experience? Don't make yourself helpless to the experiences you have now. Just imagine how you want it to be and work towards, and then just work towards building yourself that reflects the world as you want it to be. And everything else will take care of itself, I promise. Hattie, any last words for us today?
I always have more words. I think what I wanted to do was I wanted to thank everyone for coming on today. I want to thank everyone who commented as well, because again, as I want to follow on for what Peace said, without you, the show wouldn't be possible. For all of your support that you've given us since the inception, so thank you very much. Obviously, all to our sponsors and people who support us. So Hermetica, thank you very much for that. Alex Labs as well. I want to point out that Hermetica also has a job. So they are looking for an institutional sales lead. And if you look on X, you'll actually see the link to the job. So if anyone's interested, please reach out to Hermetica. I wanted to say that the thing that makes Stacks different is that all of us all together realize that the pie can always grow. And that's the unique thing. We know that we can lift everyone else up and we can grow the pie together. So we're not fighting to try and keep our little piece of the pie. We know we can grow the pie together. And I think that's the essence of what it is. And that's why, following on, thank you very much, Lena. That's why DeOrganized was created, so that we can carry on showing people how our pie is growing. So please come to Stacks. Stack your stacks. Get your 9% at the moment. And SBTC is going to give you a yield as well. So come to us.
Wow.
Right
that
on.
was great.
Yeah, and I didn't even
know Hattie was part of, like, see, this is what I mean. Like, I didn't know he was part of the organized the team. I only knew
Hattie was.
Yeah,
no, Hattie's been with DeOrganized since day one. He was our coach.
Yeah,
he
but
was
like,
the
maybe we should.
It was me and Hattie.
Know about this. You know, like, I had no idea.
Well, it's because honestly, you see my face all the time because I do the morning show, and Hattie has a job that he can't get in the morning show a lot of the time, and it's unfortunate. But that's really why he just doesn't get on all the shows anymore as often. You know, when it was just every other week, it was a little easier to and once a week on a Spaces, it was a little easier to be on all of them. But we've grown much faster than we thought. What's that? Well, it's only one. I don't do we haven't done the Wednesday space in a month and a half.
This is way easier because you can get live comments, you can pull people up. It's way more interactive.
Well, and it was another thing to schedule people to that we had to schedule people to, and then that's why we kind of took on doing the whatever Monday space, because then I don't have to actually line up a guest, and people just show up and talk, and we can feature people, by the way. Like, if somebody really wants to do an X space and that time works, great. And if not, if they want to do an X space, we can always host a space at a non-regular time and just promote it a little bit, and then we're more flexible on it as well. So it's better than, we don't need there's so many people like Stacksy and Dave and other people like O'Milly and Landy, and like there's tons of people hosting spaces all the time on X. So we have another medium and we can kind of complement each other. I'm happy to go and join people's spaces and co-host or guest co-host.
I do like both. Like, I
love both.
But like in spaces, I feel like you can speak to more people because you can bring up whoever is requesting.
Way different, and it's absolutely a huge value add having spaces. It's just because we're doing the live streams too, it doesn't make sense for us to also be doing, or we don't need to be doing a regular space once a week if we're doing the morning news.
No, you're doing great, and you know, because we have no idea how to host this. So whenever we now want to host something, then we will have you that will help us to set it up. And we would love to, like, I love to do it on obviously on
right. Well, and that's what hopefully the long-term vision for the platform is that it'll start to become more self-service to that end.
Don't say hopefully it's happening. What do you mean? It's not. It's gonna
Well,
happen for sure.
I say hopefully because it's just we're not ready yet, so I don't want to mislead people.
Oh, yeah, 2025. We have so much stuff to do.
We have a lot to do. We have a very lot to do.
DeOrganized has a lot in store. There's a lot in store. We're going to solve a lot of pain points for creators in the space. So be on the lookout for 2025. We're going to solve a lot of problems, a lot of pain points, and make it far more, make it easier for people to share their knowledge and grow the pie.
And use all the other cool apps that are being built around us.
Oh yeah, there's some amazing apps.
So that's the goal for 2025.
Peace, are we on tomorrow? Are you on tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning, yes.
Okay, I'll join you tomorrow.
I think we're actually going to run the AI show this week. The other shows we're probably not going to run, but they had a fleet of guests already kind of lined up and committed to the day, so we're gonna run the show for them this week. But that's it.
And please, I want everyone on my space. I want everyone on my show on Friday and on the space. I haven't shipped the announcement out yet.
I have to set up the studio, and then we'll have the link to the YouTube stream live that we can share out ahead of time too. So we'll have that. I'm sure
I really hope we're gonna have a lot of fun, like literally, and that everyone comes and like I really want to have a lot of fun, like this one.
Hold on, just to make Stacksy feel better. Our normal, so right now we normally get about 200 people. It's been a little slow the last couple of weeks, and I know some of these numbers are because.
What did you say? You get about 200.
So our numbers for the day right now, we have about 352 people had tuned in live.
Mm-hmm.
204 of those are on Stacksy's X account or watching on Stacksy's account.
Oh.
So I'm sure we'll get plenty of turnout for both of your events on Friday.
Yeah, I have just one goal left. I want to sell out my collection before January 1st, and it's only 42 pieces.
That's reasonable. Have you decided on a price yet? Are we ready to tease that out or not sure?
Yeah, it's obviously expensive because it's a small collection, and I took the time. I had to fly to Bali to do the photographs, the digital edit, like the digital stuff on top, and it's a little bit spicy, so it can't be cheap, guys. I'm sorry.
It's a little bit spicy. It's a little bit spicy.
The stacks ain't cheap, so I'm sorry.
So what is it, like 150 stacks each?
No, that's too much. I'm
Under
not
100?
do it.
77? That's not bad for a one of 42.
Yeah. And plus, all my holders from the first NFT collection, they actually had a time where they were net positive because of all the airdrops that I organized for them. And because the collection is small, I can actually organize like really good stuff because it's not like I have 1,000 holders. I only have like 28 or something. So I can always, like with the projects, I can negotiate some good things. And I'm planning to do that obviously as much as I grow. I also always want my supporters to grow. And maybe I keep that for Friday. I will tell these things on Friday. Yeah, I keep some stuff.
Yeah, so Stacksy on Friday. Mint goes live. There's only 42 of them, Stacksy. I think you'll probably mint out under 100 stacks.
That would be the best gift, honestly, for my 1 year anniversary.
Well, then also, not that it's definite, not that we're promising this functionality, but there are things you'll be able to do once we get like integration with gated a little bit further, and that's further built it out, and or some of the event access stuff, ticketing, where people that hold your NFTs might be able to get access to an access gated event through DeOrganized for Stacksy, where you could hold an AMA or something like that.
Because everyone who holds NFTs, honestly, the first collection, they all became my friends. Like, it's incredible. We're like besties like now. So it's incredible. I love them all. We all talking all the time, and they were my first supporters, and I will never forget that. And
awesome. Yeah, I'm sure you don't have anything to be worried about. We just got to get all this stuff set up beforehand, so we're ready to go. But I don't think there's going to be
And by the way, whoever is gonna join, we're gonna have giveaways, and we're gonna play games, and we're gonna have cool speakers. And I want everyone to come up and share something valuable that they maybe learned from my content, or how you even found out about me, or some interaction with me, like anything. Like I would just love to hear about it. So yeah.
Right on, right on. Well,
Awesome.
Stacksy, thank you so much for joining me today. GP, Hattie, thank you guys so much. Everyone that tuned in, Zenny, Lionize, Hero, Dev saying hi, Vinny, Vipe Red, Anthony with all the great questions, all our friends, Reset hi, everybody's on here. If I missed you, I apologize. But we love our audience. We love our crew. Thank you guys all for joining us today. Goodbye to my friends. I am PeaceLoveMusic. We are DeOrganized Media, coming at you live with our good friends at BitcoinLive, Decentralized Broadcasting. It's Monday. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 8:30. We're going to finish the week out for the morning show. We will have a special event for Friday for Stacksy. Stay tuned for more information about that. And we're going to do this epic long live stream for New Year's Eve, possibly starting as early as like 7 or 8 in the morning with East Coast time with the Australian crew. I still got to organize that, but we will have no shows next week as we spend some time building out a little bit further on our DeOrganized Media website. Thank you all for tuning in today. Peace out. You all have a blessed day.